Hey guys, Marsing in here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today, finally, after all this time, it has been a very, very long time, we finally have the EZA for the Int LR Metal Cooler Army from the from the Battlefield shop. It's been a long time coming. It's tied specifically to the versions of Battlefield, and Global has obviously always been a couple of versions behind. So even with some stuff coming out in, with less of a gap than other stuff compared to the usual schedule with JP, it seems like for whatever reason they're keeping these Battlefield LR EZAs and updates to the specific battlefields, and that is the main reason why we've had to wait so long to get the Metal Cooler EZA. Now, obviously, I think that is dumb. They should have released him way earlier. I mean, honestly, to capitalize on the hype of that celebration, they should have just released the Metal Cooler EZA during the worldwide download celebration for Global, because I can't remember, I'd have to double check, but I don't think it came out that much longer before the worldwide celebration on JP. So they could have just saved it until the worldwide celebration and released it on both versions. And then I feel like overall that would have probably been a lot better, right? I don't know. But anyway, I've been waiting for this guy to get his EZA because I'm a huge fan of the Wicked Bloodline team. I rainbowed LR Metal Cooler during the worldwide download celebration. So obviously very excited to check him out here because they actually share 5 links. So pretty good setup here for our boy. So let's have a look at his post EZA details. So he's an extreme class leader, 4 key and 120. That could be useful for things like Battlefield. His super attacks, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn on his 12 key, colossal damage and greatly lowers defense. The 18 key is raises defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage, and raises extreme class allies attack by 30% for 2 turns. So actually, I guess what we could do... See, the 2 turns thing is so good, because it affects everybody on the next turn as well. So even though he does pick up... What's the extra link that he's getting? He gets Fear and Faith from EZA. What does Fear and Faith actually give him? All enemies... Oh, okay, so that's not really important. Well, I guess we still want to be able to get the 18 key super, don't we? Because I was going to say, if we put him in slot 1, that means he gives the attack buff to physical cooler as well. So him giving that attack buff, it affects the next turn as well, but it does affect this rotation. So very, very good. So his passive recovers 8% HP, attack and defense 100% at the start of the turn, raise attack and defense by up to 100%. The more HP remaining, the greater the stat boost. So we did start the turn having taken a bit of damage. We did get a heal off from the metal coolers. Actually, I think we might have got all of our healing at the end of the turn, which would be very beneficial for this guy. Artificial life forms allies get 3 key and 30% defense. So not only is he linking up well with the LR Metal Cooler, but he's also providing some support with him as well. And then he has a high chance of launching up to 2 additional attacks, each of which has a medium chance to become a super. So he is relying on the RNG from those additionals, but remember, every additional 12 key super that he gets is raising his attack and defense again. So mine obviously has skill orbs, mine's full link level 10. One of the great things still about Global is being able to know which units are going to get EZAs, and so you can link level them ready ahead of time. So basically any EZAs that we already know about, I have link leveled and ready to go. So 6 million in the first attack here, then straight away we get the additional 4.1. I think he might just finish him off himself. Right, we get an additional normal. Then do we get the hidden potential as well? We do, but it is only a normal attack. Okay, so decent damage from our boy, and then look at that, he's getting support from EZA as well. But this is turn 2. This is this physical LR Metal Cooler's first turn, and he's a unit that needs to get hit multiple times to build up to his full attack potential, and he just threw out an 8 million attack stat. So yeah, I would say that that is pretty good. Let's go ahead and do this. I want to try and get 3 rainbows all the time if I can for the STR support one, because he gives extra support as long as you get 3 rainbow orbs, which is very beneficial. The free-to-play metal coolers are actually pretty good. You can beat some red zone stage. And you probably could beat all of them with good RNG and smart item usage, but you can beat a lot of the red zone stages just using the full free-to-play Metal Coolers team with one of the summonable leaders. Obviously, preferably the LR, because he has the 200% leader skill. But yeah, the free-to-play EZA Metal Coolers are definitely solid units. You just eat double-digit damage from the super attack, and then STR Cooler kind of come in here. So, you guys know I've talked about the Wicked Bloodline team a lot since the Worldwide Celebration. It's one of my favourite teams in the game. It's one of the reasons why I was annoyed we got the delay for Golden Freezer as well. So, us Wicked Bloodline fans, we've been suffering. They delayed Golden Freezer. We've had to wait ages for LR Metal Cooler. But you guys know in the previous iterations of this team, I usually run a friend STR Cooler, so we can have one on both rotations. But because I want to show off this LR and use him, the new int one, right? It makes a lot more sense to have the rotations the way that I'm running them here, right? So we have a physical Metal Cooler on both turns, and then one of them is linked up with the LR, and the other one is linked up with this cooler here. So I feel like this build actually does work really, really well. And he works as a good buffer for having like the AGL Metal Cooler, who, because he has the same name, like can't link with the physical one. So I feel like this does work really, really well. So let's go ahead and do this. Get the 18 key super for you, 18 key super for you, and then let's just grab that one. So pretty good. I mean, honestly, the fact that he has the support for 2 turns from his 18 key super means that in theory, if you wanted to, you could run him as a third slot floating unit, because if you're running artificial life forms units on the team, he's giving them support anyway from his passive. But then his 18 key super is buffing allies' attacks for 2 turns, so even though he's floating in the 3rd spot, that super attack effect is obviously useless for the turn that he's on. But then on the next turn, it's as if you had an extra support unit like on that turn, giving those guys an extra buff. So I do think that is pretty good. Now, obviously, the place where he can get caught out is if you only get additional normal attacks. So he just does the 1 super, and then obviously he could potentially get hit with a super attack and could take quite a lot of damage. Speaking of taking a lot of damage, are we going to be okay with Cool EZA here? We haven't really gotten like any stacks so far, so I know this cell can super attack multiple times. If he super attacks Cool EZA at the end, we could be in trouble. But the combo of physical LR Metal Cooler and STR Final Form Cooler, with support on the rotation and the support buff that Metal Cooler was giving from the previous turn. Yeah, look at that. 12 million attack stat from LR Metal Cooler. I'm not sure, I don't think he's fully built up, because I've seen mine do 12 mil when fully built up without that extra support that's crossing over from the previous rotation from the Battlefield LR. So we'll see when he takes another hit here. Oh no, he is fully built up, okay. Maybe I was running him with a different support, but 12.3 from STR Final Form Cooler. Like, if he gets his crits, which of course he doesn't as I say that, if he gets his crits off, he actually could just finish off Cell before he even has a chance to attack Cool EZA. So, of course he's not going to. My Cooler is literally built for like full crit. I think he has like 32 crit or something. So, good old RNG. Can we get 1 at least? No, apparently. Alright, well, jeez, he's still going. He's still going. 10 mil. Like, if we'd actually been getting crits, like, or Cell wasn't AGL, like, he would be dead. He would be donezo. But I think Cool EZA might actually take a lot of damage here. Hopefully he triple supers, because we need as many defensive stacks as we can get at this point. There's a crit. Well, he got the triple super. I think if he crits, will he kill him? Well, he didn't crit, so... Oh, and he got the dodge. Let's go. Cool EZA, the GOAT. Okay. Alright, so let's take the risk here and put him in slot 1. I can't get the full 24 key super, unfortunately, but I do want to get that. Actually, wait, do you get any extra links from the free-to-play one? You don't, okay. Yeah, let's go. Because if I don't put him in slot 1, Physical Cooler's just going to kill him. I just realised how low his HP is. So, I guess we just have to do this. Get the extra support with you. And then 5.75. So, I mean, he feels like he's still somewhat decent. I obviously wouldn't take him into an event where there was like a really hard physical boss. Like, we're not going to be taking him up against the Red Zone Metal Cooler Core anytime soon. But he definitely does feel like he still has a little bit of value. I think people's biggest concern was that he was going to finally drop and then just be absolutely terrible. So obviously that would have been very disappointing, because I feel like when his EZA first came out and then the LR Metal Cooler came out for the worldwide celebration, the fact that the two of them make such a good rotation together, I feel like that would have been, you know, super fun and probably much more, you know, optimal at that time, right, when he first came out on JP. Actually, can I just kill him with just the active skills? Let's use Metal Cooler's one as well. STR Cooler just dropping that fat... I almost said Spirit Bomb then. I've been playing the anniversary too much. Dropping that fat supernova and absolutely obliterating the bulky cell here. We get crit, Metal Cooler? Yeah, let's go. Look at that. Buff, the big buff cell just destroyed by double cooler active skills. He didn't even have a chance. Alright, that's good stuff. Alright, so let's do this. Because the thing is, his start of turn defense is probably where his weakness lies the most, right? 300k on this turn, and that's with 40% support. Or is it, sorry, oh, it's 30%. I don't know why I thought it was 40. 30% support from Cool EZA. So, obviously, when we fire off the first super attack, we're going to get up close to 400k, and then it's just kind of depending on how many additionals he does. Now, straight away, I can see where some people are going to complain, because he does definitely fall into that category, as many units do now in the current meta, where he will potentially be able to tank normals really well if he gets his additional supers, even against some of the tougher bosses, but then he probably will still get one shot by a super attack. And I've talked about this before a bunch of times in videos. A lot of people just seem to think that that makes a unit mid if they can't eat a super from a red zone boss, which, you know, not every unit in the game is built to be able to be capable of doing that. But I think with the support that he's providing, the great link partner for the LR Metal Cooler, the fact that not only does he provide support to the rotation, but as long as you get his 18 key, he's giving extra attack to the next rotation as well. I feel like that is pretty valuable. We get the additional super here. I would obviously love it if we could actually get a turn in the video where we get like 4 super attacks. That would obviously be pretty awesome. But I mean, he's tanking the red zone cell final boss normal attacks for double digits. You know, this cell does do quite a lot of damage with his super attack, so he probably would kill. I say probably, it's almost guaranteed, right, that he would kill the Metal Cooler army if he super attacked them. But yeah, overall, definitely a solid unit. So if he super attacks here, we'll die and revive. But okay, he's not going to. So I think this is going to be GG then, because there's no way he survives this onslaught now from the LR Metal Cooler and LR Final Form Cooler. So I think that's going to be where we wrap it up. So yeah, the LR Metal Cooler army EZA finally on global. Is he outdated? Probably a bit now, but I mean, you could definitely use him in some of these events and get some decent like value out of him. He's just, like I say, not going to be tanking the big boss super attacks. But other than that, I feel like he could be pretty good for this team. It is pretty fun to run like the full Metal Cooler version of the team. Maybe I'll do a separate video for that, maybe on Super Battle Road or something. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. But whilst I'm disappointed that we had to wait so long to get him, I definitely don't think that he's, you know, like straight up trash. You know, he's decent at worst, but you could have some good turns if you get those additional supers where I think he could look pretty good. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.